Hello friends, Sammy Graham doing TCGs yet again! Back with more Dusk Till Dawn. Picked this case up today after playing in our skirmish at Border Than Games. Speaking of which, hit up borderthangames.com either directly or use the link below. If you use the link below, you can skip the rest of these instructions. But if you follow the link below or go in there directly, use the code GrahamTCG at checkout, you can get 5% off your first order. Lets Paul know I sent you, gets him some business, gets you a discount. Win, win, win. Everybody wins. So yeah, definitely check into that. Anyway, Border Than Games skirmish was today. We had a pretty decent turnout. I want to say it was 14 maybe. Good turnout regardless. I mean, we had a pretty solid crew. Some big, some of our best locals showed up for it. Locals and semi-locals, I like to say. We've got a couple stores in the area. But Jason, who was, back for our ProQuest, the video I did, was in that championship game. And Nabe, I don't know if it's Nabe or Naib, and I apologize. I heard Nabe today, so that's what I'm rolling with. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But yeah, Jason and Nabe, and we had a whole bunch of guys. Dan, Mitchell and Nabe, both from recent top 8 fame. I can't remember which event it was now, but they were in the fun picture with Flake. Both of them were, so that's good times. Got a rare foil right off the bat. Yeah, just good times all around. I went 2-2. Played against a Scowling Fleshbag. I did not play against a Scowling Fleshbag today, actually. But that is a Rainbow Foil Legendary Scowling Fleshbag right off the bat. One of my favorite. Oh, and we get us a Wartune Herald. Scowling Fleshbag is one of my favorite legendaries in the set. And I think that's a very good card. Almost enough to get me to give Brute a whirl. And you know what I just realized? And y'all are going to be so mad at me when I take a second to fix this. There it is. I lost my pack, my wrapper box. Dispose of things. So yeah, legendary right off the bat. We are happy with that. And a flicker trick. Majestic #1. Yeah, you can go there. Y'all can go there. And we'll get this figured out. We'll get this squared away. I'm out of practice, y'all. I'm out of practice. I apologize. Did all that Legions and some Magic, and I have forgotten how to. Okay, and a cold foil. Frontline legs. Finally hit my, just in a pack at the shop today, a loose pack. Finally got my cold foil Great Axe. All these packs I've opened, I had not pulled one of those yet. And there are still, I know Rebirth is one of them, but there are two of, not even the Marvel ones, there are two of the Angel Figments that I have not pulled at all yet in their regular version, which I think is just wild. It's Rebirth and War. I was thinking it was, I told Paul at the shop today that I thought it was one of the T's or Judgment. Well, I was wrong. It's Bologna. But yeah, so I played against Dan with Kasai first, and he the last tournament I played in, he was I'd gone 2-0 and ran into him with a similar Kasai deck last round, and he made mincemeat of me. He did so again today. I had a promising start, and then he carved me up in the end. Did very well. Second round was Michael, one of our local regulars. Probably one of the guys I've played against the most. He was on Chain. I'm trying to remember how low I had him. Not low enough, I don't think, but he ripped me. No, that one wasn't particularly close as I think about it. He ripped me up pretty good too. And that was a Hold the Line Majestic, by the way. And so that part was that. So I was already like, all right, I'm 0-2, whatever. Round 3, Mitchell, the previously mentioned, also on Kasai. I managed to barely outlast him. He started a Blood on Her Hands turn that was gonna be ugly. Unfortunately for him, he was at 1 life, starting Blood on Her Hands, took his first swing, and I had a shunt waiting for him. So shunted for the win there. So I was 1-2. Got actually matched up. I've seen Jason around. Like I say, I did that video for that finals game of his. Never actually played against Jason. He was on New Prism. And that game was a struggle. We fought through it, but I ended up taking that one as well. I won on I had 1 counter on the Dawnblade. So I took a swing for, I skipped Spirit of War, Bastion of Unity, Funeral Moon. I'm just excited talking about the game and all the games and all these guys I got to play against today. I had 1 counter, swung in, so I was swinging for 4. He was struggling with what to block. Ended up blocking 6. I had pitched blue to swing for 4. I had, and he had a shield up, a spectral shield. Similar to my lucky deal against Mitchell. I'll poison the well. Majestic foil. Yeah. Oh, Chorus of Ironsong. Another Majestic. This is a really good box. That's what? 7 non-foil Majestics, a foil Majestic, a cold foil, and a legendary rainbow foil so far. Oh, this is the last pack. I don't know what I'm saying so far. But yeah, so that was box 1. That was a fantastic box 1. No Warmonger, but I mean, getting legendary 7 Majestic, that's pretty dang good. Sorry, so that, yeah, he had 1 shield up. I played Vambrace against him. So I had 2 floating, pumped to 7, and Vambraced to dodge his shield for the win. I count myself lucky in that win. So that was good. So I finished 2-2. Not too bad. I'm not mad about that. The guy who went 0-4, Banneret of Gallantry, won a roll-off for the second foil Genesis, so that was awesome that he came in and was able to still walk out with something. He was playing Shiana. I'd played against him a few weeks ago. Also, he was on Shiana at that point. That was a lot of fun. But so yeah, I was glad to see somebody would come in. There's Radiant Raiment, cold foil. To see somebody come in and like who was being a good sport, just coming in playing something they wanted to play, walked out with that. Like I said before, Nabe ended up winning. 4-0 on, was it Kano? I don't want to misspeak. I cannot remember what Nabe was playing. And yeah, just all in all, a pretty good time. Some good. Mitchell ended up out of, we did packs per win kind of thing. He was also 2-2. He got to he got a Marvel Figment of Protection in one of his prize packs. That was rocking. Yeah, just an overall really, really good time with everybody at the shop today. Really enjoyed that. Especially, playing against some people that I gotten to play. Like, I've played several times. Hey, there's a Requiem. I played several times against Dan. Many, maybe more times than anyone else against Michael. Definitely a few times against Mitchell. But I had never gotten to play with Jason before, so that was nice. Just overall, an excellent, fun afternoon at the shop. This box is starting off slower. We've got a cold foil already and 2 Majestics. It was a cold foil common though, so not a ton of thrillment and frivolity yet. So we are halfway through this box already too. Now the interesting thing I found is I've been disappointed before, so I'm hesitant to say this. There's a Herald for us. I'm kind of hesitant to throw this out there. But a lot of times the boxes I've had with the slowest starts have really, hey, there's a Mischievous Meeps, have rocked it in the close. So I'm thinking that I'm going to sit up and be prepared and see what happens. Hey, there's an Archangel of Ravagers. Still not the one I'm lacking though. Not my Rebirth. Which is also the Marvel. Well, I did end up parting ways with my Aegis. So I'd like to replace Aegis and I would like a Rebirth. There are a few more I'm missing, but those are the 2 that I want the most at this point. This box might be actually our dud of the case. There seems like there's always one. One true dud, even when the rest is good. Hey, Morlock Hill. This is case 11 plus 2 loose boxes plus various loose prize packs and whatever else. Probably ultimately the equivalent of another full case. But at least at this point, 11 cases worth. That is my 3rd Morlock Hill. Granted, it's essentially blitz only, at least for the moment, so you only need 2. But that is my 3rd. That is just wild. Yeah, so hoping for one more Majestic and or a Majestic foil here, but this box 2 was weak. Well, there is a foil Majestic, Dig Up Dinner, and a Numbskull. So that got us back to a very strictly on rate box. 6 Majestic, 6 Majestic, 1 Foil Majestic, common cold foil. Nothing wrong with on rate. Let's get on into box the third. As I am scooting this stuff around because, as I said, I'm so out of practice. I apologize, y'all. I don't need to be away from opening Flesh and Blood this long. So I'm pretty sure this box is going to be the one that has a one of the 1 of 10s in it. I think this is the one. I was trying to figure that out earlier. I'm pretty sure I was right on. I'm right on that. And I shouldn't have said what I said about that last box either. Hello. Okay. Saw a cold foil. Thought it was going to be fancier, but it is a Frontline Helm rare cold foil and a Deathly Delight rare behind it. So that's not promising for this box. Tribute and Anthem of Spring. For Majestic number 1. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, hey, Dimensional Vortex, Rainbow Foil. And Vincent. This is the one. This is the one with the 1 of 10. And it'll be a prism, not a chain. Y'all know I'm full of crap, right? Don't be like me. Buy singles. I was about to say, that looked like a Majestic, and it is. Poison the Well. I'd love to see a Warmonger or two here. That'd be excellent, I think. Hey, there's a War Tune. I was talking about the ridiculous stuff I'd like to see. And there's... Hey, there we go! A non-ridiculous thing I would like to see. Finally! So the Figment side is just kind of a cute little piece of art. But the Angel side looks awesome. Love to get a Marvel to go along with that. But I am happy just to finally get my freaking regular non-foil Majestic Figment and Angel of Rebirth. Thank you so much. Outstanding. This case has officially won. That's probably not actually true. I would like to see some more out of it. But I got 1 of 2. Hey, Numbskull. Another rainbow foil. Majestic. That's 2 on the box. I would like to see some more fun stuff pop up. But I'm happy getting 1 of only 2. Hey, Widespread Ruin. That's a good Majestic. 1 of only 2 non-foils. I might even keep the 3rd Morlock Hill. I had it marked down as only keeping 2, but I might keep 3 just for grins. Yeah, I watched a video last night. I wish I could remember the YouTube. I subscribed to them because I thought his thoughts, even though I didn't agree with what he was saying, I thought it was well thought out and a really good discussion, if nothing else. But I was watching a YouTuber last night talking about how basically what I do is like killing collectible games, or that's an over exaggeration of what he said. It's hey, Herald of Protection. It's just not. It takes some of the fun out of it. Like what I'm doing right now, frankly, is looking for Majestics and stuff like that, and saying Blood Dripping Frenzy. How that just kind of takes the fun out of it if you're not just appreciating every single card, whatever. And again, I wish I remembered. If I remember, I will try and find it and put it in the notes down below, to give that person a shout out, because like I say, I didn't agree ultimately, but I thought it was a good conversation and that they expressed the conversation very well. But basically just saying, just, play and enjoy the games. Don't worry so much about the value or the big hits or building the best deck, all that kind of stuff. Which I don't have a problem with any of that per se. But I think about like my overall interest over time in trading card games has been going since I was, I guess I was 9. So like 13 years ago. No, I got my first box of starter box. I think I've said this before, of the Decipher Star Wars customizable card game when I was in '96 for Christmas for my grandparents. So like looking back to that, oh hey, widespread destruction. I've always, even back then, every single pack. So for those, like there were the equivalent of a non-attack action here, but there were different kinds of cards in that game. You had your, starships, vehicles, characters, weapons, devices. That's what it was. Creatures. So many different. Hey, Cold Foil Shroud of Darkness. Not my favorite thing to see. And then effects and interrupts that were red backgrounded. So like the different card types had different backgrounds. Blues were the favorite. The ships and vehicles, and the black and gray backgrounds were characters. Like people liked those. Now they were good for the game, playing it, but even opening packs back then, I'm flipping through. I'm wanting that Darth Vader. I'm wanting that Luke Skywalker. That thing that I know is a really hard main character, like quote unquote valuable collectible card, is what I want to see. Sort of like this foil Lost in Thought. So even back then, as a kid, opening, nickel and diming 3 or 4 packs at a time, or 1 pack at a time, I was still looking at the value per se, the collectability of the different cards. So I don't know that I agree that this hurts games, because I was doing the same thing anyway. I would flick straight to the rare. If it was red, I moved on. Like, there's a Starstruck, decent Majestic hit. So I don't know. Like I say, it was a well-formulated thing. I liked the video, subscribed to the person, like legitimately enjoyed the discussion. I just didn't agree. Like I think you can take it too far, which with all this cards I open, maybe I have, but I don't necessarily think I don't know. Hey, okie doke. I just, speaking of getting a hit, Figment of Triumph, Marvel, that's our Gal Victoria. Outstanding. And I already have one of these. This is an extra. That is outstanding. This is one of my favorites. The art is some of my favorites. So that's our new big hit. It has surpassed the flesh bag to become the hit of the case. Hey, and another foil majestic. My little bag of sleeves keeps closing, so I'm just taking them out this time. I might actually need a foil Funeral Moon. I know I'm all set on regular, but that's a second rainbow foil majestic, that box, and Funeral Moon's not bad. All right. Now that's the thing I've seen before, though. Boxes with a Marvel like that, I've sometimes been surprised by something else popping up. So let's cross our fingers that we get another. Well, all right, there's a majestic. That we get another awesome something in here. Other thing, Paul. So I had pulled that crimped Plague Hive a while back, and Paul took it to Gen Con with him and got it signed by Mark Poole, which is cool. It's like, well, I mean, it's already crimped. Somebody can't complain about it being quote unquote damaged if by the signature if it's already crimped. So I got that and it looks great, and I really appreciate Paul for doing that. That is a skull cap coming in the back, or skull cap, Crown of Providence. I knew it was a headpiece. That is another legendary. I was right. There was something else coming. Skull cap. So several sets ago. Crown of Providence non-foil. I will take it. So that is 2 legendaries and a Marvel. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Expendable Limbs. No Warmonger, though. I was really hoping for a Warmonger. And if one of these last packs, I would hope for one more Majestic. If one of these packs with one more Majestic can give me Figment of War to at least close out my non-foils, that would be great. It's not in this pack, and I only have one pack left. So all our hopes and dreams. Nope. It would have been that slot right there, and that's the back of a card. Break of Dawn, and you know what, though? That really ain't bad. That is wild. Unless I missed one, we ended up short the usual expectation of Majestic, but the first box had plenty extra, so I averaged out still. I think I ended up with one over rate, but I ended up with a bunch of extra foil ones too. No huge standout Majestics this time. Starstruck is really good. Beckoning Light is fun. Widespread Ruin's pretty good. I'm super happy to have my Figment finally. Morlock Hill, only have seen 3 of those, or only my 3rd of those. I might go ahead and keep it. Another Figment of Ravages. Requiem Course, Funeral Moon. So yeah, a decent if unspectacular run overall of Majestics, but like I say, decent for sure. A pretty decent, solid run of foil Majestics. We got Funeral Moon, Lost in Thought. I'm actually super excited to see. Numbskull. Trying trying to remember which one of these I'm still in need of too. Vortex, Dig Up Dinner, Poison the Well. And then we got 2 common and 2 rare cold foils, Shroud of Darkness, Radiant Raiment, Frontline Helm and Legs. But the spiky stuff over here, I mean, the Scowling Flesh Bag was a pretty good start. But then we got Crown of Providence in that towards the end there. And Victoria is definitely the big hit there. Pretty darn good. Not mad about this case at all. Pretty good. Pretty good. I really appreciate your time, though. Like I say, I'll try and find that video again, see if I can drop a link to it and let y'all know who I was talking about, either in a pinned comment or down below. I am doing that not to go disagree with him. Let me be clear on this, for people to pile on. Well, this other guy says you're wrong, whatever. That's not the point. I really liked his video. I thought it was really well thought out, even if I disagreed. I'm pointing to y'all that direction to go listen to his stuff because I thought it was good. That's my point, all right? That is my point. I thought it was a good conversation. That's why I talked about it here. But yeah, no, I just an interesting chat. But I really appreciate y'all listening to me. You know, I rambled a little bit more than usual, talked about some different stuff. Forgot to mention some of the cards as they were popping up because I was talking about the tournament and about other videos and stuff like that. So I hope y'all didn't mind that too much, but I really appreciate you being here for real. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. Bye, y'all.